So, it is Thursday, and we are playing Void War, this game that is very much like FTL, and makes meow talking half caps, half lowercase letters. But we are working on the B ships. We won our first time with the Sunhammer last time. So today we have the Pugilist unlocked. Quick reminder, tomorrow my stream is going to be shorter because I have a afternoon into the evening gig. And I actually just got a message that I have a Saturday morning gig now, so that's cool. And my parents sent me a little birthday money, so, you know, gigs are good and birthday money is good. I will at least be able to pay rent one more month, I think. Although I'm still leaving the thing up top in case anybody else wants to help make it so I can, you know, do more than just afford rent. So the Pugilist we unlocked last time has no modules. It has 2 commandos who are immune to suffocation, are bad at repairing. A storm cannon 1 and a flare cannon, which is 2 shots that does no hull damage but breaches, and a storm cannon which is like a burst laser 1, I think. We do have a launch bay, so we can board on this ship. This is like the first ship we've had a launch bay starting for a while. These guys have 4 damage. These guys seem decent boarders, not amazing. It's equivalent to Randy's voice acting. Meow's typing would sound like ignorant windbag for ignorant inquisitor. Is that what that is? Okay. Okay, so what commander should we go with here? I feel like I could actually unlock new commanders now too, because I know I don't have to spend my resonance on ships. Roughneck has an innate ability that creates a hull breach nearby, and he's immune to suffocation. Oh, that seems like a good combo with these guys. Although boarding with your you know, main dude sounds like a very scary thing to do. Make him Steve French. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna have Steve French. I think I'm gonna go with this Roughneck. It seems like he works well with these guys. All right. We have a Roughneck. That's not. I guess I didn't actually select him after I unlocked him. There we go. Confirm. Roughneck Steve French. He is the upgraded commando. These guys look like they're in spacesuits, which is why I guess they are immune to suffocation. Alright. So we're going to try out the Pugilist. I guess that has something to do with the fact that we can board and they have pugilistic abilities or something. So we have 20... What level teleport? We start with level 1. So I don't think I can load 3 people, right? Even though we have a larger thing here. Yeah, I could load 3 if I upgrade it, but I'm not gonna do that. Huh. Only 10 dodge. Okay, yeah, so we get 5% more dodge if we board, or if we have our commander there, but we don't have anybody in engines. Okay. All right, we're gonna go with this, and here we go. I wonder if there's a commander that acts like a Zoltan. If so, we may have a chance for an RPG nerd at some point. I'll have to check. I'll have to look that up at some point. Okay, so their ship is broken. Was it V and C? There we go. He doesn't have any weapons. He has a weapon system, but no weapons. That's weird. Okay, we're gonna board. I'm gonna use his ability to create a hull breach. Make that Q. So we can fight in a vented room. Oh my god, blood golems are also immune to suffocations. He does have weapons. Why did I not see... Was I crazy? I swear I didn't see any weapons before. Okay, well, we're not winning that fight. I thought I was gonna be able to, you know, vent some dudes. Apparently no venting. And I don't really need to fix my O2 because we're all immune to suffocation. So that's a perk right there. Alright. I have a feeling if I keep boarding with my main dude, I'm gonna accidentally kill him at some point. That's usually what happens when I board with my pilot, with my commander. I accidentally get him killed. They do have weapons, but they're so placed they look like they're part of their hull. Well, the weapons are like listed at the bottom of the ship, and I swear I looked and they weren't listed at the beginning of that fight. So I don't know. It's whatever. All right. Well, I can immediately get shields upgraded. So let's go ahead and do that. Give the exact scrap to do that. Do I go to a Nexus of Influence? Means we'd be able to get more. I think I'd change it to a. I think it's always an Imperial one. Do I see? It's a listening station. This one doesn't tell me which version it is, but this sector I think is always the Imperial one, which means, I mean, I think it's a little bit of free repair. Oh, it's Raider Clan. Okay. Yeah, let's be a Raider Clan. Alright, we got some scrap and we are now... That's actually the one I wanted. I wonder if the first listening station is influenced by what kind of ship you have. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know all the rules for the listening station, but... We start with 2 Raider crew, so I assume we're like a Raider ship, so... Okay, alright, I better do this. Alright, he actually has... He does not have the ability to get through my Sultan shield. I mean, my 2 shields, so this should be fine. And then we use Q. Ooh, I wonder if creating a hull breach instantly makes the thing available. I don't know if it does. The package or whatever. But we're all about breaching on this ship, apparently. And apparently crew killing is no different from ship killing, so I don't need to try to force a crew kill or anything. Although, this guy's dying. It's looking like we might get the crew kill anyway. Nice. Alright. Get wrecked. Not sure if they can stop you from viewing the weapons if they have sensors on your level. As far as I know, having higher level sensors only affects your ability to see into their ship, not the weapons that they have available. I don't know, maybe I just I didn't see something. Plus 20 HP, it's a tool. These guys have just weapons, okay. Alright. But it could be a mechanic I don't know about, that's for sure. Certainly could be possible. Do I want to go for crew? I have 43 scrap. Any missiles? No. I don't think that's enough to really afford a crew unless it'd be a really cheap crew. Okay. It's fine. It's got stunner thing. Kill his shield is the plan. Yesterday I said I was gonna go try to recruit, bars for that's a lot of breaches for my trivia gig, and so I went to 3 different places last night to chat with people about if they ever have trivia at their restaurant or bar, and we're actually crew killing pretty well with this breach weapon. And one of the places I went is a restaurant that it's actually the restaurant that my friend's band plays at all the time. And I chatted with them there, and I got their card to recommend them to the Geeks Who Drink company that supplies the trivia. But I went to 2 other random bars, and one of them was like really smoky and loud, and I was like, I don't know if this is a good vibe for trivia. And the other one was like hardly anybody was there, and they had their own event, so I was like, I don't know if this one's right either. But it was interesting. I felt like a traveling salesman going to try to sell, trivia to a bar. So I don't know if that's something I'd want to do more often, but it's pretty interesting. Hopefully the one place that I recommend will actually turn into an actual, you know, opportunity to do trivia. Who knows if it'll actually work or not, but it's pretty interesting. What's up, Halcyon? Happy, what day is it? It's Thursday. Happy Thursday. These poor NGs. They do have faster repair speed, but it made me think, I wonder if this is what, like, those dudes that used to, like, you know, in all like TV shows, the wife stays at home and let's get an engineer. And the traveling salesman comes to the door. Do you need a new vacuum cleaner? Well, have I got a deal for you? It felt like one of those kind of things, only I was trying to sell bar trivia, so it's kind of interesting. Let's put you on weapons, I guess. We'll put you on shields for now. There's a Friends episode where Joey's at home, and Penn Jillette from Penn and Teller is a door-to-door salesman trying to sell encyclopedias to him. That's like kind of what I was doing, selling trivia. So fear all nearby crew. I don't know what fear does. I don't know if it makes them run away, if they just get stunned. I don't have anybody with psychomancy slots, do I? No, just tools, armor, and weapons. Okay. Meowth has felt like every day is a Thursday this week, except today, which is actually a Thursday. I was a door-to-door charlatan. That's right, a door-to-door charlatan. All right, what am I saving up for? Armaments and systems seems good. Modules also very good. So something from one of those two places. While you were away, you were thinking how Rand would deal with chill games. What do you mean by chill games? Like, I don't know, Minesweeper? I'd probably rage. Cult warship. There may be survivors. Rescue them. Boars is injured, but we got a husk. Okay. Alright, well, thanks for doing that, Boars. We appreciate you. I'm gonna free up Boars. I'm gonna go here. Gonna be ready to go board over here. Although I guess I could put you on sensors. Okay. Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, Kenshi. I don't know if I'd call Kenshi a chill game, although I did play Kenshi for a while. Let's get another Machine Slave. Welcome, slave. Alright, this frees up our commandos for boarding if we want to board or need to board. Kenshi is kind of a stressful game because, like, you know, the fighting is kind of RNG. If your character loses a limb, then you can, you know, replace the limb, but it seems very RNG if you actually lose a limb while fighting. I actually just uninstalled Kenshi last night after I had played it a week or a month or two before I gotten into it a little bit. He does have a missile. I actually am going to board here. Try to... What's the button? V? Oh, I have to power this thing. V, there it is. Go here, I want to breach this. See if breaching does any damage to it. No. It's not. These guys, they are not immune or susceptible to suffocation. Okay, good. Beautiful. Let's get out before the poison hits us. Blueprints was chill. That's true. Blueprints was chill. I still raged a little bit, but I feel like I didn't rage as much at that game. A little to the left is a great example of a chill game. The game you're playing, Potion Maker. Potion Maker, huh? Sounds pretty chill. Makes me think of Schedule 1, where you're making not potions, but drugs. But, you know, same thing. Do I need munitions? I don't have any missiles. Or machine slaves with machine god. Alright, so that lets me put you on weapons, and lets me put NG on doors. And lets me put these guys on boarding. Alright. Wow, we have a lot of crew this early. That's nice. A lot of the same crew. 2 commandos and 3 husks. Alright. He does have suffocation immune dudes. Do any of these guys do like sabotage faster? No, I don't think so. I'm on board with a single dude. Right into here. Creative breed. Oh, we instantly got it. Does he have sabotage? No, he doesn't have faster sabotage. Okay. All right. Well, we instantly got the rewards. Gotta love free stuff. I love loot boxes. Loot boxes, maybe one of my favorite things they added to this game. Or they didn't add, but they changed from FTL to make their game totally not FTL. It's totally different, chat. It's a totally different game. Satisfactory was chill. True, although when you fight some of the spiders are less chill. And if you have arachnophobia, it probably doesn't feel very chill. Probably causes anxiety. Schedule 1 is not a chill game to you because you have to deal with police. True, you do have to run away from police. Monster Train's pretty chill. Alright, we have a lot of money. So do I want systems and modules, or do I want systems and ship armaments? Weapons or modules? Both have missile templates. Let's look for weapons. I have a lot of scraps. If I get a good extra weapon online, that'd be pretty nice. There are enemies in Satisfactory, it's not chill. Yeah, but you can make it peaceful so they don't attack you until you attack them. So it can be made to be chill. Radiant Blaster, 2 power for 2 shots. It just does crew damage. Heavy Ion Lance. 1 shot. 5 ion damage, 2 charges. Okay. Not ideal. Do I want to get a missile? Acid missile. Creates toxic gas. That's not super useful. Rift Bomb does 2 hull damage and a subspace breach. So I think what we've learned is that a subspace breach is abduction, and warp breach is summons demons, I think. I could make husks. We could get siege beam. It's probably my least favorite of the siege weapons. I don't think this pierces shields. Although if you upgrade it, maybe it does. Heavy Ion Lance. 5 ion damage, that's pre-ignited. I do like lance weapons. I have come to really appreciate lance weapons. But an ion lance seems a little less. I mean, it could one-shot shields, I guess. I wanted a hull damaging weapon. This is literally 3 weapons that don't hold damage. I could buy missiles. I only have 5 munitions, though. Okay. Meow has evaded police in real life, like the Fight Club thing that you weren't supposed to talk about because you don't talk about Fight Club. It's like cooking the siege beam. Just again, that uses munitions. You know, it could go if I go Radiant Blaster. This is like more crew killing power. 2 power, 2-shot laser, so I'd have a weapon that breaches, a weapon that does crew damage, and a weapon that does hull damage. Right, how much to get that online? Okay, I can't quite afford it with power, but I can depower this and afford to do that, I guess. So do I want the crew damaging weapon or the hull damaging weapon? I mean, which one do I want first? I think we do the hull one last, breach one second, and the one that does hull damage first, something like this. So lots of ways to kill crew with weapons and boarding. That was all of my scrap. But there was another time a college party got busted, Meow, and several others scattered in the darkness of the night. You have so many stories. You didn't put real, but I'm gonna assume that's a real story because that sounds. I'm pretty sure I had not friends but acquaintances in high school that had similar stories to that. That sounds like a pretty common occurrence in, you know, high school and college. Running away from... Quick! It's the fuzz! Run away from the fuzz! Was that what you call the cops? If you're running away from them, the fuzz? One time, an innocent fireworks prank went awry. Also real. Innocent, you say, huh? Innocent. What is an innocent fireworks prank? It's totally innocent. Okay. Alright. I think I can kill this guy off. Can he do damage to me? One shot, one shot. I don't think he can do damage to me. I'm gonna try to shoot this demon lord. Hopefully stop him from summoning things. Yeah, he uses his ability. Okay, we did a decent amount of damage to him. I think it might actually be quicker to kill his crew than his ship. Okay, subspace breach. I didn't get the thing that causes subspace breach, actually. Breaches don't matter because, you know, he's immune, of course. NG not great at fighting. Nice, killed him. Oh wait, why am I crew killing? Crew killing does nothing against demons. I forgot. I actually forgot that crew killing does nothing against demons. Well, I guess he'll stop summoning skeletons at me is a good thing. But yay, we crew killed with their weapons and it did nothing. A servo husk or 5 scrap and armor that gives 50% suffocation resistance. So I already have machine slave covered, although I don't actually know if machine slave husk would work for any blue options. I do have units that could use some armor. This would make our engineer suffocation immune, so I'm going to do that. And I'm going to not do that. There we go. Our NG now can repair breaches without taking any suffocation damage. Very nice. We have 4 suffocation immune units and husks. That's cool. Meow's friend made an enormous sparkler out of a firebomb, and it set off a giant explosion and set a public trash bin on fire. See, I don't know if that's really innocent. Is putting fireworks in a trash can innocent? Sounds a little bit like vandalism to me. Alright, so we can go to this exclusion zone or this exclusion zone. I guess I can go through all the war zones to this exclusion zone. Question, could we mute Void War and get FTL soundtrack? Yeah, we probably could, I guess. I just would turn the music off here and then turn on the FTL soundtrack. The thing with that is it wouldn't like fade in and fade out like it does in FTL, so I don't know about doing that. Seems a little... It's Imperial Shrine. I want to keep Raider Shrine. Seems a little... It wouldn't hit quite the same when it's not fading in and out like it does in FTL game. Let's go for Prisoner. It was only meant to explode and make a loud noise. The fire was unexpected collateral damage, and it was a controlled fire. Okay. Still, I don't know that I buy that that's super innocent. Whew, one shot that guy. Nice. I'm hoping that crew killing a guy that's got prisoners will guarantee we get the prisoner. I don't know if it did, but we did get the prisoner, which is very nice. So we have the servo husk, which I passed on earlier, so that's good. He can be on sensors. And our commandos are ready to board. I will say commandos, it seems like they're made to board, but Only 40 health and 4 attack with 1 weapon slot. Doesn't make them that good. I guess they're made to board, like, I don't know, demon ships that are, you know, vented, I guess. We all need our share of Void War's fart music. Yeah. I wouldn't want to deprive you all of this beautiful fart music. That's what this sounds like. The radium weapon is half the speed of the other one, so I need to fire that one, wait a bit, and then fire the others, I think. Nice. Okay, you are not immune to poison, which I feel like a machine slave should be immune to poison, but you know. Deleted, man. Unexpected collateral damage was that one amputation hospital that had 300% mortality rate. What? What is that referencing? When you say fart music, RPG Nerdos, you know what that reminds me of? Weird Al, a lot of his songs, he uses a guy whose instrument is this, where he puts his hands together and does this, and it sounds like fart noises, and the guy's like really good, so he'll have like fart noises solos in some Weird Al songs. What's a good example? Is it in I Think I'm a Clone Now? Or maybe like a surgeon? I don't know. He has a number of songs where he has a guy who plays like fart noises solos. So, crew contracts, missile bays, systems. Let's go look for systems down there. What is that? 18th century surgeon, Dr. Robert Liston, who was very famous for his quick surgeries. At that time, he had a 1 out of 10 mortality compared to the average 1 out of 4. 1 out of 10 mortality. So only 10% of his patients died compared to 25%. Okay. They're immune to poison, but not immune to venting. So let's vent all these guys. Because I'm immune to venting. They're gonna slow me, huh? Oh, they got into my doors room, actually. Let me vent you. It's so confusing. They're just... Stop running around my ship. We're in an ion place? Okay, don't vent yourself. These guys are immune to venting. Why are they so slow? I guess they got slowed by an ability or something. Alright, I got a piece of armor, right? Yeah. Is the servo guy that I got? No, he's got weapon and tool. Okay. Alright. Nobody that can use that. Okay. I do like how there's like blood smears left when you kill boarders. On one amputation, he amputated the leg of a patient along with the fingers of the assistant holding the leg. Later, both died due to wound infections. The third death was an observer who at that moment was curious and was at the spot of surgery. Witnessing the scene, they died of a heart attack. Oh my god. Okay, I don't have the munitions to make a weapon, sadly. Is that a true story? Or is that like one of those internet meme stories? Because it kind of sounds like an internet meme story, to be honest. Man, I'm gonna have so many machine slaves. I mean, nothing else really matters. I guess, you know what? I'm actually gonna get munitions. If I had had munitions, I could have made a weapon previously. And eventually we'll hopefully get the artillery bombard, siege bombard, and that does take some munitions. What's he got? Nothing that can really damage us, I don't think. It's likely true. Medical records are quite accurate when they were not regarding mental health. Oh, he actually did damage to us. Bro. Actually doing damage to us. How? Oh, heavy disruptors, 3 ion damage. Okay, that's my bad. Okay. Now he can't do damage to us. Although, unless this thing fires so fast that he can still get through. Did the ion? I guess the ion already hit us. Okay, you're not immune to poison. His beam is still online, but our shields are back up. Okay, we're fine. You know, I haven't really talked about it much, but the beam animations are actually pretty cool in the game, too. It's got like an actual little, like, animation to it that's a little more active or interesting than FTL's animation, I would say, probably. We do not do very much hull damage, so that's why we're crew killing. We have 2 hull damage. Oh, he dodged the thing that would have crew killed him. Alright, well, I'm crew killing you, bro. You can't run. Apparently you can, and you almost did. Okay. NG is suffocation resistant. Interesting, okay. Alright, so I do plan on going there to check for systems. Okay, he does have that. I have a feeling if I shoot my own crew with the radium thing, it'll do crew damage there. Let's 4-man board here. I can't because... What am I thinking? I can't 4-man board. I haven't upgraded my boarding thing. There. Let's hope this works. He is 4v2ing me. As long as I kill 1 crew, we get this. Perfect. Good call. Oh, he set us on fire. What are his weapons? Same weapons as the last fight, actually. Nice. No damage can be done to us now. No damage can be done. The damage has been done. But the damage cannot be done. I think I'm getting the timing of the weapons, which is slightly different in this game. I think I'm getting it down a little bit better. Oh, looks like we will crew kill. I think those guys vented themselves or something. Okay. I'm not timing this perfectly. Or when a breach happens, he runs out of the room. There it is. Rejuvenate spell, which is a heal, or a husk and 2 scrap. I have a lot of husks. Let's get a rejuvenate spell and hope we get a psyker at some point, because we have 2 psyker abilities now. 1 fear ability that I've never used this, I don't think. And a heal is nice. Dr. Liston, also known for performing the first amputation ever using anesthesia, and also for the fastest amputation ever, which took under 3 minutes. It took, along with the leg, the patient's testicles. God. Well, I'm glad I didn't live during that time of, you know, our species history. Jesus. Put Dr. Liston in the med bay. I mean, I don't have a med bay, so if you tell me which one of these guys looks like he wants to amputate. Probably this engineer, honestly. Oh, well, here's a heal bay. Weapons, missiles. Kills explode, dealing damage to enemies. That's pretty nice. Ooh, DPS in large room. That's pretty good for boarding too. DPS in middle and medium rooms. Pretty good weapons, actually. Let's get medbay. Right next to, I would rather have a 4-person med bay, and there's literally no 4-person med bay slots. That sucks. Alright, I'm gonna get one of these weapons. Which one? Actually, I could get both. I'm gonna buy both weapons. Okay, so Steve French. He gets more DPS when he gets a kill, sure. This name right here is almost exactly how the name, one of the characters in Wheel of Time, which I always thought her name was Nineveh, but it was actually, I think, pronounced Nynaeve, which was always a weird name to me. But that's almost exactly how it's spelled. It's just missing an A, I think. So, here's random fact of the day. Dr. Liston probably performed his surgeries at night by an abyssal lantern's glow. Alright, well, I don't know who I'll rename the NG just by his look. That looks like somebody who would amputate your leg and maybe your testicles on accident. Dr. Liston. There. Sorry about your testicles, but you know, I did achieve a new record, so you can be thankful for that. Oh, ordnance, I think that's this. I think equipment is stuff when I can equip, so maybe tools. Usually I'm like overflowing with tools. On this run, I'm not getting a lot of tools. Unless you count Dr. Liston as a tool. Lol. There's my pun for the day. Okay, very good. Probably will crew kill this before I actually ship kill. Holy quadra kill! They were all running through that room as the radium hit. This thing's actually pretty nice. That's 60 crew damage if both shots hit. That's kind of crazy. We got a single fusion charge. Okay, that's actually pretty useful. Is that a tool? It is. So I could board... You know, I'm going to put this on Steve French, actually. Reducing enemy DPS is nice, but insta-exploding a weapons room could be really good, too. Alright. Might eventually want to upgrade my boarding thing here. So I'm going to board with 3 people. Death Cult or War Cult? I don't like dealing with the poison guys, although War Cult guys, I think, just have high stats. Get some from Steve French. Yes. He will explode you. He will use a fusion charge like Miao Zedong's friend setting fire to a trash can with fireworks. It was totally, you know, an accident. It was just an innocent little prank, I promise. This guy does have 3 shields. 2 projectiles. 1 projectile, okay. Just an innocent little prank, I promise. Okay. Oh man, we almost one-shot him. This guy was at really low health. It must be one of those events that's like... We've got damaged ship. Can you please help us or something? It was a completely innocent prank with polite invitations to join the workforce in the mines. Are they slaves? I don't understand that, but okay. Got him. I definitely need a weapon upgrade. Something that will actually do hull or system damage. Okay. At least we got a decent amount of munitions, so if we get... whatever that thing is called. That system that I like. Siege Bombard, that's what it's called. I can feign ignorance, but I can't fool you all. Okay. Intimidate the raiders with weapons 4. Hey! got a free burst laser too, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Now that's awesome. That is badass. Okay, now my weapons are set. So now I don't really need to go for armaments. Let's go check for systems. Maybe I can get Siege Bombard. Wheel of Time, your group of friends also called her Nineveh, like the Assyrian city, until about book 6 when someone decided to actually look at the spelling. Well, I don't think it's about the spelling, because I feel like N-Y-N-A-E-V-E, N-Y-N could be Nin, A-E-V-E could be Eve. I don't know, but I think in the back of the book they actually do have pronunciation guides, and that's what I should have checked. And that's what I think a friend of mine once says, like, why do you call her that? Haven't you ever looked at the pronunciation guide? I was like, I didn't know that existed. I never read the pronunciation guide. So. Thrall Pit, Terror Amplifier, Siege Beam. I was hoping... I think the two best systems are the Beam that heals you and the Siege Bombard. Although, Thrall Pit with Blood Crew is probably pretty good too. Raider Outlaw. Nobody with Psyker slots. Poison does double damage. Lance shots. You fire. Fully charges a random uncharged weapon. That's badass. DPS to machine slaves. Interesting. I'm not really boarding with my machine slaves. Combat subroutines plus the machine slave builder could be cool. This can be, we know that this can be insane, so if I get a lance, I'm gonna get that in case we get a lance later. I don't really need crew. I'm not gonna get that because I don't have, I'd have to sell something for it. I guess I could sell something for it, but meh. Pro tip, if your fantasy book needs a pronunciation guide, you may be doing it wrong. Well, I would say if you're writing fantasy books and you're trying to come up with names that aren't Todd, Steve, Bill, that sound like, you know, fantasy names, you're probably going to come up with some names that will need some pronunciation guides. Honestly, if you're writing a fantasy book and you do need pronunciation guides, you're probably doing it right. That's Nineveh business. Wow, that was a stretch, Scott-free, but okay, well done. Right, does he have missiles? He does. It's a 2-damage missile. It's kind of the only scary weapon, at least. Okay, we all these weapons are now fast, so that's good. Oh crap, I didn't time that right. Storm 2's a little bit slower than I was expecting. Okay, we did get the missile down, but he did get one through. Okay. Nice, good damage. Is that guy gonna get vented while he's repairing? I will say the enemy crew is kind of weird to me in their priorities. Like, they will just sit there and get vented. But they'll run away from other stuff. I don't understand the AI of enemy crew yet, like I kind of do for FTL. Sometimes they'll sit there and get vented, sometimes they won't. Alright, okay, that's a wall of text, Halcyon. Let's see what you got to say. I mean, we still live in uncertain times. In the 50s, it was common to treat kids with alcohol and tobacco to stop them from crying. Really? During 60s, a drug, thalidomide, was used for treating morning sickness. Turns out it was synthesized wrong. Half the drug was not effective, but also caused severe birth defects. Right now, we're using nano aluminum to kill bacteria. There are certain researchers that link elevated aluminum levels brain to Parkinson's disease, similarly with nano silver. Okay. They're trying to preemptive gramification me. Yeah, maybe so. What I really need to do is probably stop going to stores and get some shields. Shield upgrade. I'm going to get dodge upgrade first. And then maybe shields upgrade next. Yeah, I'm going to get the free repair here. We're missing 8 health and we can full heal that for free. That's nice. Okay. Preemptive gramification. So preemptive gramification means they're venting themselves, I guess. Oh, I almost didn't see that this guy's blocking. There's free stuff there. Okay. Give him a free stuff. Beautiful. Pop, 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 pop. I feel like we can get more from that. Like this guy right here is just staying in there while venting. I think he would actually stay there until he dies. Maybe because there's no breach. Maybe if there's no breach and the O2 is gone, they don't react like the O2 is gone for some reason. Bioregenerator. Consumables restore 10 HP to all friendly crew aboard the ship in addition to the normal effect. That's pretty nice. Oh, but being able to summon stuff is really good. And I have definitely a lot of tool slots. I'm taking this because I think this will be very useful during the... I don't know if boss fight's the right term, but... highly difficult fight we're about to be doing here. There we go. 100 years in the future, people will be looking at like us like, but everyone knows keeping phone next to the bed causes sleep disturbances affect your functioning the following day or something. Yeah, I guess there's always like, you know, technological advances that make us look in the past and say, wow, I'm glad I didn't leave in those times, and there's probably going to be something like that in the future, but I don't know. Like, we don't know what's going to be available in the future, so we don't know what we're missing out on, so I guess it's not that bad. I guess the times back then when people were getting amputated were probably thinking, wow, I sure am glad I can get amputated and not just die like happened 100 years ago. So, yeah, there's probably... I don't know if that's like a rose-tinted goggles type of thing, but you always are happy to be living in the time you are living in rather than the time in the past when things were worse. Potentially. I don't know. Look for survivors. No life was spared. Oh, my goodness. To shreds, you say? Ah, to shreds, you say. We should be safe from damage here. Actually, no, we aren't, because he has a siege bombard. But I am glad I got my third shield up before this fight. Steve French will send them to God to let them be sorted. Steve French is a conduit of pain and suffering. Alright. You're glad your brother who has epilepsy can get medical treatment that proves to be effective? So yeah, times are pretty decent considering medicine and well-being. Well, I mean, you know, a good reference for that would be Star Trek 4, the one with the whales, where they you know, go back in time and it's like the 80s, and they talk about the Dr. Bones like has some like technological doctory thing that he can like fix brain contusions or, you know, skull fractures or something. They're like, you're gonna drill into their skull? How barbaric. He like says something about, we might as well, you know, and he makes some reference to like medieval medicine or something. Okay, attack the raider vessel. We are a raider fighting a raider. Dialysis, how barbaric. Yeah, you know, so there's also like that scientific thing where like any significantly advanced technology is indiscernible from magic to the person witnessing it, or whatever that term is. So yeah, it's like a normal thing, I would say. Let's talk about science and literature a lot. disabled his offense, so that's good. There's no hidden loot crates that I'm missing, I don't think. Alright, 62 scrap, and a Hellfire Cuirass. I'm never sure how to say this. Cuirass? Cuirass? I don't know. One of those words where it's like, if you pronounce it wrong, it sounds like you're saying something offensive. It feels like. Okay, so this is armor. Steve French has weapon and tool slot, no armor slot. Who do I want to be immune to fire? Currently our NG is immune to suffocation. Oh wait, I don't have another armor slot, do I? Well, you know what? Since my NG is like half immune to suffocation, let's make him immune to fire and suffocation resistant. Let's go with that. So I have 2 armor slots. 2 armor things that I can't equip on anybody, I guess. Queer ass for the straight ass or something, you know? Like, it just sounds like I'm cursing or something when I talk about a cuirass. I don't know. I just don't know how to say it. Will they board me? What do I want to do in preparation for this boss fight? They might board me. I did get a door. Let's get a door upgrade, actually. Maybe they, depending on what this boss is, we might need to vent some dudes. We'll do that. We'll get some subsystem upgrades. Maybe I want to upgrade my heal bay. I don't know. We got 3 shields and pretty darn good weapons. I think we're in a decent position for this major threat. Let's find out. Famous last words. Alright, so it's the 4... That subspace warhead. Is that the one that abducts me? Maybe. 3-shot burst, 2-shot high yield, subspace projectiles. What is this guy? Shield area from projectiles. With 3 different guys I can shield. Summon a fiend. Minus 3 DPS to dudes in the room, and we have that. Okay. Okay, so we do have this, which I think usually is like a weapon or something. I'm gonna instantly board there. Oh, he's got doors. Can I get through doors quickly? Okay, actually I'm gonna unload him. I need to get his doors down before I do that, I think. But I'm gonna use the fleshlings. But I want to do a shot first so I get some breaches and things. Which weapon am I most afraid of? 3-shot burst or the subspace warhead? Probably these 2. Okay, well they're blocking that, so I'm not going to shoot that. Oh god. Damn it. Okay, that's a good dodge. Alright, well, he instantly turned on his shield thing and all these guys, which is really annoying. Let's summon a bunch of dudes in their ship, I guess. Hopefully those don't get blocked. Nice! Free heat beam, alright. Okay, good. We're getting some good shots through. Fleshlings. How did that fleshling end up on my ship? That's weird. Okay. Well, those fleshlings did some good work, though. Just ignoring those guys who are good stuff. Heal bay. Let's get these guys healed. Missile incoming. make a dodge. Oh, there, he's got the shield thing up again. Oh! Frickin' abducted and I almost didn't notice. Okay, I noticed in time though. Thank goodness. Okay, so this thing is abducting my crew. Recall. Okay. Good. I am noticing things, chat. I noticed them. Okay, no more abductions allowed. Where's my NG? Go repair. Okay, we basically disabled his offense. If he gets low enough health, I think he's gonna get a bunch of reinforcements or something. Oh my god. How often does this damn thing come up? Is it like level 3 or some shizzle? It says current power of 1. It comes up a lot. I could probably board and finish off his crew. The flesh thing is still alive, huh? What's up, Bob Carnes? Happy Thursday to you, my friend. Hey, and Ramses. Displacement caster is the one. I don't think it's a caster. I think it was actually this weapon that did it. I think. Alright, I think we'll get through this. Oh my god, it went from the side. Why would it come from that side or have to go through multiples? That's such bullshnizzle. I'm actually gonna board and vent this room. Because the doors are down, so I can't get in there. There we go, we breached that. Let's not lose our crew. Oh, those guys were doing some major damage. Seriously, this thing is up every fucking volley I fire. What the hell, dude? Yeah, I wish I had Zoltan shield that recharges all the time. Sounds super balanced. Seriously, how is that thing literally always up? Give me a goddamn break, game. Alright, so Demon Heart spawned, reinforcements. Okay, he didn't board me, thankfully. Most of these guys can't repair. He's gonna summon a fiend. And I can't interrupt it. Should I do, like, more fleshlings? You know what, I am gonna use this. I don't want this. I do not want this. Do we get there in time? Yes, we interrupted. Get wrecked. Yeah, see, this thing comes up like every other volley. That's insane how often that actually is available. I'm pretty sure mine at level 1 isn't available as often as this thing is. Damn, I'm gonna kill my crew here. Okay, no shields. Good. Kill the shield recharger. Where's that going? There. Are they immune to suffocation? Yes, they are. Alright, we almost have this. We almost have this. Please finish the fight. Come on, one more shot. Oh my god, I didn't know who was dying. Fucking husks have 0 goddamn health, man. God damn it. That guy insta-died from 2 skeletons. Christ almighty, man. For the love of God, could you fucking die? There. Alright, 150 scrap. Bound Entity Fiend, Soul Spear. I already have 2 things I can't use. It's a weapon called Displacement Caster. Oh, Caster sounds like a mage who casts an ability. Okay. Quickly gain a Dark Matter Prism. after an enemy ship. That's like a consumable teleporting thing. Let's just get this guy. Hopefully he'll help fight off all these damn borders we're always dealing with. It seems like we're all poisoned. Oh, this guy's going to fight it. Okay. Okay. Alright, well, if I only lose one frickin' husk, I guess that's not the end of the world. But still annoying, because it was... Actually, it was the one that we used our last fleshling. It's not the end of the world. Actually, if I was going to lose a crew, that was probably the best crew we could have lost. And the reward was good, 150 scrap. We are going to... maybe actually be able to get crew with psychomancy abilities, which would be nice since I currently don't have my psychomancy abilities equipped on anybody. You don't make up the names, complain of the devs. Yeah, I know. When you said it was a displacement caster, that to me sounds like a fire caster or a blood mage caster. So I didn't realize you were actually just saying the name of the weapon. So you are correct, sir. Well done. You are technically correct, the best type of correct, and I misunderstood what you were saying. Of the good things that happened, though, if you want to hear me ramble about, was the Axiom 4 mission. We had a second Pole, second Hungarian, second Indian sent into space. Oh, it was like space mission? That's cool. Alright, can I get a crew with Psyker slots? Yeah, but he's already got an ability. I guess the Raider Outlaw thing is kind of making it so I'm not getting the kind of crew I want. Do I get a Gladiatrix? I don't think I have a War Cultist yet, do I? No, let's get the War Cultist. Do I want to replace his ability to summon a Demon Hound? So this works just on our ship. Do I want him to keep that ability or do I want the ability to heal? I mean, this can help us fight off dudes, so I'll probably just keep this ability. Do I want to sell any of these other things I have? Yeah, maybe this 5 HP thing. Does this guy have a slot for armor? This guy just got... It's got a slot for a tool and a weapon. And I don't have any more of either of those. Okay. Mission was led by an American astronaut woman. The team did some research on International Space Station, then went back to Earth. Cool. So very multicultural mission. Space mission. That is pretty awesome. Multicultural missions to space sound pretty awesome. What do we have here? Burden, slows, heal. I already have one of those I can't use. Heal. Blood throw makes heals for more. Shield area. Crew damage. And curse, that makes them spawn a thrall. I mean, all cool things, but I don't actually have a unit that I can put those things on, sadly. I guess I get bored with this guy, summon a hound, and then run away. Load these 3 guys up, maybe go in a room, summon a hound, then jump away, laugh at them the entire time. Something like that. You're in the wrong position, sir. There. You just got your 9th Covenant 10 Titan kill. Awoken Primary feels really bad. Really? I like Awoken Primary. Just get Wildenton and he'll carry you. Wildenton has Sweep Quick as an upgrade path, I think. So he feels really good to me. For polls here, it was quite an event since people here constantly look for things that promote the country. Like It's Us polls, we did that, and that. Funnily, somehow, a new rule was born that says there cannot be a Polish astronaut with a name that can be spoken by English native speakers, though. Okay. And guess what? Wilmington is only one of the 2 champs. I know. But it is one of the 2 primaries. The other primary's ass, though, huh? The other one is... can have incant for spikes and, like, some cultivate synergy. I don't know. I still feel like there's decent ways to play around cultivate synergy, but I can understand not liking that one as much. Oh my gosh, is that 2 storm cannon 2s? Jesus. Okay, that's one of the scariest fights I've seen so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just blow up his weapons here. Because this looks really scary to me. Okay, so you use your ability. You blow up this room. And breach that room. There we go. And then recall. There, I'm actually using my boarding abilities. Yay! Oh, he's summoning 5 ghouls. I need to watch for that. Where's it hitting? Oh god, these guys can't do any damage. Strength drained. Where are the ghouls? Did the ghouls not get over here? Did it get interrupted? Oh, he did one of his ability and not the other ability. That's what happened. He's now charging the ghoul ability, I think. Let's see if I can interrupt him. Nice, interrupted. I'm getting better, chat. I'm learning. I'm learning. God, there's a lot of projectiles from these guys' abilities. I don't think they're doing actual hull damage, at least. Most of them. That one can, though. No. Now, hopefully I'm going to get a free repair soon. These dodges are kind of insane. Oh, I didn't interrupt. Go breach again. One more volley should kill him, though. I think he did get a couple of those summons off. Oh, I think they disappeared since we killed them. Okay, 82 scrap for that really difficult fight. Okay, I gotta get caught up in chat. Okay, so names like Ian Novak, John Novak, or I don't know, Adam Koval. Instead we have Miroslav Pirmasvsky, and now Slavos Uznusky Wisniewski. Those are hard to read. And I definitely don't know how to read Polish. You had a game with a sentient where after floor 1 he ended up just in the back line doing nothing for the rest of the game. Learning is good, but it does bring the salt out. Well, when I'm learning with pain, true. Where's a heal? Here's a heal. I want to change my influence from raiders to... What is rage? That's war cultists? Maybe? I did good enough, thanks. I think W's or V's in a lot of those Slavic languages. I think. 2 shots. 2 shots. 2 shots. Okay. It's a really good thing I have 3 shields. Okay, he is boarding me though. Alright. And they are immune to suffocation. I have a weapon on you. I have a weapon on you. I have UVR pilot. These guys. Okay, we're looking good to win this fight. Maybe I should have let the fiend fight there. I heard some stepping. Maybe I have a package out there with a new mouse in it. I'll check after this run. Hull repair is nice. Module synaptic. Oh, HP to war cultist units. I only have one war cultist, don't I? Alright, let's get the hull integrity patches. 3 heals feels too good. To the god of war! Join the fight! Oh, he's got a flak too. And a missile. Okay. I, of course, will join the fight! He may board me. He's got a teleporter system. Okay, no weapons. It looks like he's boarding me with a single dude, maybe? Okay. That's not a single dude. Probably gonna upgrade my heal bay after this, so I get 2 charges of it. Should have been shooting his missiles, actually. And got the main weapon offline. Missiles are actually the scarier thing here. Okay, good dodge. We do have a free heal coming up soon. And I do have... Oh my gosh! I mean, I did get free heals, but I can't use them because it's a non-stop fight, okay? I am Chrom's champion. Okay, well, the War God is apparently a bunch of War God fights. Unsurprisingly. Let's do a quick... boarding in his... I was gonna go for weapons, but we can go for this. Use our abilities and run away. Breach. Summon. Recall. And yeah, his weapons are pretty scary. Let's see if we can get those offline. Beautiful. May I record and send over how we tweak these names here? Yeah, it's fine with me. I don't know that I'll listen to them right now, but you're welcome to do that. Or like put it on a YouTube link, put it on a quick YouTube upload and share the link or something. You're welcome to. All right, there it is. Brief sense of stillness. My ship is alone once more. My commander cannot rest. Alright, well, let's upgrade Heal Bay. Got a bunch of repairs. I don't want to lose the repairs. I'm a little more okay with losing the summon thing. Let's do that. Upgrade Heal Bay. That's not Heal Bay. This is Heal Bay. Very nice. Should be fully healed after all that shenanigans now. We'll do that later. Procrastinating triumphs yet again. I agree. Procrastinating is the best. Systems, modules, consumables. Let's go with systems and modules. Alright. Siege Bombard, Hull Reaper, 2 of my favorite systems. Enemy ship loses evasion while my sensors are active. That's pretty nice. First enemy ship weapon fired will always miss. Blood cultist cells. Okay. Okay, I'm hearing a lot of sounds outside. I'm going to make sure that my package is there and it's not like somebody's taking it. 1 second. Okay, there's no package there. It sounds like my neighbors are like trying to fix a door or something. Okay. All right. What do we got here? Missiles. I don't want missiles. I want siege bombard. I want Hull Reaper. And I think I do want enemy ships lose evasion. Don't dodge my things. Very good. Now we can get some free repairs with our OP Hull Reaper beam. Uses some munitions. Do I need to buy any munitions? I think we're okay right now. Probably want to work on maybe a weapon upgrade soon. Don't have to use my siege bombard. Okay. Your wife's family is largely Polish, so when we get mail from them, you scratch your head at some of the last name spellings. I should be able to get full health in the next couple of jumps now with the siege bombard we just got. Well, unless they just have insane weapons all the time. Nice. Got a little bit of healing. Maybe 1 or 2. Bro, I was repairing that, bro. Blasted. 66 scrap, very nice. Alright, one more jump and then we got 10 free heal. That's curious and amusing. All these SZ, CZ, and DZs are funny sounds. Used to play hockey with a Schertzfermanski. Can't remember the spelling, but always amazed that it fit on his jersey. Swarm of cultist vessels. I'm gonna help the Imperial fleet this time. Last time I helped the other guys. I'm gonna attack these dudes. Okay, 2 damage missile. Alright, let's go for the missile this time. We can hit weapons and missile here. I don't have anybody on sensors. Okay. Die, please. Found my shield, it's fine. We go ahead and heal just to make sure we're doing okay. Wow, he repaired super duper fast. Holy crap. Can I vent you? Yes, I can. This guy's repairs were crazy fast, it seems like. Got him. Alright, 47 scrap or bloatmite summons and 31 scrap. Okay, I think I have tool slots for that. More summons is good, I think. I only lose like 16 scrap for that, it's probably worth. I don't know if a bloatmite is better than a 9 fleshlings. Not sure. We'll have 1 of each available. I don't have any armor slot guys, do I? No. Oh, I have a tool slot though. Steve French, why don't you have a tool? Oh, because I used your explodey thing already. Right. Explodey tool has been used. Alright, let's get our free heal. Yeah, Yeah, I think I've mentioned this before, but I went to school with a girl from Uzbekistan? No, I forget where, but her last name was Telyoganova. Rosa Telyoganova. Something like that. And I remember it because I tried to learn how to say it, and I'm not sure if I ever got it exactly right, but that's about as close as I could get. Telyoganova, something like that. Any other stores? Armaments? Crew? I'll probably want to check for weapons there. I'm going to do... How much do a weapon upgrade here? Yeah, we can afford that. 2 more shots to get through lots and lots of shields. Those Eastern European names are definitely hard for my American brain and tongue to say. But they are cool. They're cool sounding names. Makes it sound like, I don't know, a Russian scientist or a evil villain or something. I don't know. What's your name? Boris Godunov. Wow, don't shoot me with your laser beam, sir. Because it sounds like you have a laser on you. No offense to any Russians who have names like those. Sorry. An exchange student broke your heart many years ago? Oh, really? Sorry to hear. Sorry to hear about your broken heart. Better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. Although, the guy in Men in Black response to that was, try it. What's his name? Tommy Lee Jones. That was his response to that. To Will Smith saying that. Deleted. We got a good amount of projectiles going. 74 scrap, nice. Okay. What I remember about the girl Rosa Telyoganova was she was a great singer. She was apparently married to a guy who was still living wherever she was from, whether it was like Russia or Uzbekistan, or I forget exactly the specific place. And that she was very flirty, and she said I looked like some famous actor from Russia or something. Or so she's like, so beautiful, like this actor whose name I don't know if she ever told me the name, but. And then when my brother started going to school, she was like, you're even more beautiful than your brother. Like, stop flirting. That's awkward. You're married, even though I've never seen your husband. It's kind of an awkward thing. What's with flirty exchange students who are already in a relationship? Is that the same thing that you experienced? Well, I didn't date her. She was just very flirty. Okay, so we do have this coming up soon. Do I want another safe place to rest? Nah, just ship fights for scraps if I want. From what you remember, heart is a muscle and broken muscles need a break from any effort they take to regenerate. Applies to heart sometimes, too. What? If that's not being flirty, what would actual flirting seem like? I don't know. I helped the Empire last time. Oh wait, Infernal Cults. I'll join the fight against the Infernal Cults. These demon guys. Oh, it's blood cultists. Okay. I think I should be able to vent these guys, right? Yeah. Yeah, I can vent and I'm immune to venting. I should actually vent them then. Is the, nice, the Fiend is also immune. Oh, he just ran right through there. Does he have a missile? He does. 2 damage missile. Who's beeping? Why is there an Imperial recruit on their ship? That's not my crew. I can't bring him back. Where'd you come from? Dude! Dude, where'd he get just a random boarding guy? Oh my god, there's a lot of things about to happen. Thrall. A lot of thralls. Okay, good dodges. Did I interrupt any of the blood thralls? I think I've interrupted some of them. Hope I forgot to turn this back on. I was wondering why I had extra power. Okay, that is a lot of thralls, bro. Okay. And it's hard to keep husks alive with their really low health. Hey, this fiend is doing a great job fighting off dudes. He summons a little guy, goes and fights him himself. Way to go, dude. I'm liking this fiend that we got from, I think that was from the high scary fight or whatever. The high risk fight or whatever it's called. She must have been watching Breaking Bad. I didn't look like Breaking Bad when I was in college. Also, Breaking Bad didn't exist when I was in college. But thanks for the Breaking Bad reference. That was a witty metaphor. You need to not look for love for some time after you get heartbroken so you regenerate. Okay. That was like in 1999, 2000. And Breaking Bad was a number of years later. Also, I wasn't bald at that point, so... Okay, what do we got here? Conquerors. Reduce enemy DPS speed, huh? Let's board with these two guys. I really need more. That is not who I wanted to do that with. That's weird. There. And... there. And breach. And summon. Did not go where I was hoping that would go. See if I can get you to go in there. Got it. Nice. Storm Cannon 2. Damn, that was a lot of shots. I did not get that many dodges. It's fine. So, Fiend summons fleshlings. That's what's happening here. Okay. Life support on power. Yeah, I need power. Power is my next upgrade. I'm saving a lot of scrap for a store. I should have just gotten power probably a while ago. Okay, a kinetic lance. I do have the thing that a lance will power a weapon. One shot, 2 charges, stuns crew. I don't have armor slots. Okay, let's do this. Get a kinetic lance. And there's a way to cheese this a little bit, I think. You can insta charge the storm cannon. Which honestly, we need multiple lances to really min-max this, I think. If we have a store, we do. If we get a second or third lance, probably just a second lance, this would be really good. We could use the strategy that a YouTube viewer mentioned with seraphic resonators. Field emitter, Nero lance. Okay, we got a lance. We can get a bunch of shots in a row with multiple lances, or I get double ion damage things or something. Alright, I think we're going to be selling Fire Beam. Hull breach guy. Get the neural lance. So the way you do this is you power one lance, fire it, fire the storm, depower this lance, power the other lance, and you'll get like double storm shots off. I think that's the way to do this. What else you got at this store? Blessed Machine Cannon. 1 DPS plus 3 DPS in large rooms plus 3 DPS against demonic and attacks damage nearby enemies. Wow. A really cool demon slaying weapon. That's awesome. Kills restore life is nice. Do I actually have any crew that are missing weapons? 1, 2, 3. I actually do have 3 weapon slots. Okay. Poison immunity. Shield. Repair. Alright, I'm gonna buy all 3 of these. I'm gonna get the tool. I think I have tool slots. I still have these friggin' psyker things I can't use. Alright, who's getting what weapon? Who do we want to give demon attacking to? Maybe the war cultist. He'll probably be fighting off demons. Commando. Give you the medium room thing. And Utu, you'll be in the small room thing here. Alright, and then tool, hostile projectile slot. I'll save this for potentially the boss fight, or if I get another crew that I can equip that on. Okay, we're gonna get to try out lances with seraphic resonators with slightly different strategy here soon. I'm gonna get more power and some upgrades on my other weapon systems here. Okay. Something like this. Okay. Okay. Well, I want to do my seraphic resonator thing, but now they has loot, so I need to get the loot first. Hope this works. You're winning this fight. You have more health, and you do more damage, so you should be winning the fight. That didn't work. Why didn't that fully charge that? I don't know. Okay, well, didn't quite work how I was opening. I might have done it wrong. Do I get the free stuff? I got the free stuff. Siege axe. Okay. Okay, they're stunning me a lot. Boarding me. Okay, I'm stunned for a while, apparently. To go for repair, shield came up. I will do one repair shot on the next volley, though. Potentially can max out my health. Got a couple repairs, not bad. Okay, heals. Wish I could make the Fiend walk into the heal room. Hey, he walked in there for a second. Alright. Okay, I don't think I quite did the lance thing right. I'm gonna try this again. 2 DPS, 1 DPS in medium rooms, and 400% door break speed. Large room or medium rooms? I don't even know. Too many weapons. Okay. Alright, well, I bought all those weapons, so now they're like, oh, you like weapons, huh? Here's all of the weapons. Okay. Okay, empty jump is empty. Are we going into an exclusion zone next, I think? Yes. Violent subspace rifts. Have I been to the mall since it killed us that first time we went to the mall? I don't know if we have gone back to the mall yet. We have ship armaments and modules. How many slots do I have for? I have 2 more slots. What would I want? Shield recharge thing. It's probably the #1 thing. Hulk Hogan died today? Oh my gosh. What's with all these famous people dying? Okay, I think I have to let it finish firing is what I messed up last time. There it is. I did it right. Cool. Alright, that worked pretty well. How old was Hulk Hogan? I mean, he's probably in his like 60s or 70s, right? He probably is pretty old. Still, that is sad. Malcolm Jamal Warner, Ozzy Osbourne, now Hulk Hogan, man. Crazy. It's crazy. That is a lot of frickin' shots incoming. 6-shot storm cannon. We had some dodges. I'm firing. Apparently I'm not actually firing. With 3 famous people gone, that should be done, hopefully. We'll have the celebrity deaths come in 3s or something. If you win, war becomes null and void, right? No, if you win, some weird phrase happens that I don't understand. Something about... What does it say? You become one with the ether? I don't even know. It's some really weird thing that it says when you win. But it would be nice if war would become void. But then we wouldn't have a game to play, so... Hulk Hogan died at 71, man. Man, that is super sad. Alright, there it is. Pretty good shield damage with the clever use of game mechanics with seraphic resonators here. Okay. Wow, 4 shields. We needed clever use of game mechanics to get through freaking 4 shields. I hope he's not repairing super fast. I need to do a sensor upgrade. Because, yeah, he'll have less evasion if my sensors are working. And my dodges are not great right now. He has a lot of shots. 6 shots. 8. This guy has freaking 10 goddamn shots. You gotta be shitting me, man. 10 frickin' shots. You deserve her, man, for your clever use of game mechanics to fire more shots than you should have fired. Yeah, maybe. Okay, good dodges there at the end. I don't know if it's because we get free doges when the fight's over, or we actually just dodged a ton there. So let me actually do a sensor upgrade. And let's make sure the sensors are manned. Okay. I remember Hulk Hogan in, was it Mr. Mom or Mr. Nanny or something, where he like played really buff dude that was a nanny. Anybody remember that movie? I remember that movie. Years and years and years ago. Okay, let's just poison. Vent the poison guy. Goes good with poison. How about more poison, I guess? Okay, 2 things I don't have space for, great. Yeah, I don't have any tool or armor slots anywhere, right? Wow, am I actually fully equipped? This might be one of the first times I've been fully equipped. Alright, I need to sell some stuff. Let's go to the store and sell some equipment. Sweet for an ambush. Yay, blue options. 114 scrap. I was afraid I was going to get nothing for a blue option. That would have been not ideal. Okay, we can get the other store by going here as well. Cool. Alright, what you got? Heavy energy lance. What lances did I actually get? This one does 1 hull damage. This one does nothing. All this does is stun? Okay, this one's kind of suck. This one's kind of suck. Alright, don't need any more equipment. Let me start selling some stuff. I think I'm never going to learn how fear works. I'll keep this thing, because I would like to heal if we ever find a guy that can heal. Alright, so let's sell the Neural Lance that just stuns. And let's get the Heavy Energy Lance. 2 damage, nice. What else we got here? Heat Beam 2. Bolt Cannon. I'd replace my Storm Cannon 1 with something with more projectiles. You know what I'd love? Yeah, if we got like the Flak 2 or the Storm Cannon 3 with this clever use of game mechanics thing, that would be awesome. Alright, we do have enough power for all these weapons, perfect. Okay. Okay, it's be a while till we have another store, so let's do another upgrade. Let's get O2 level 2 and 4th shield. For the enemies that do have all the projectiles. And do I want to get one more dodge as well? I think I do want to get one more dodge. Okay. Okay. Hands off, I was here first. Attack! Alright. I don't know what we stole from, but it's probably some disabled ship or billions of people that we killed. Offer them my spare flux capacitors. Last time, I didn't know what to do when they wouldn't accept just my spare flux capacitors. So I'm going to attack them. Let's do this. Almost one-shot their shields. Gotta love it. Bunch of hex priests. Good. Good swipe there. What did that do? I'm not sure what that little symbol is doing, but we wrecked that guy. Get wrecked. 86 scrap or some munitions. I definitely don't need munitions. Ooh, and we get fleshy reagents. Okay. More summons. Somebody has one of those, right? Yes. I can give you a stack of these. Okay, what I actually would probably like to get next is some crew contract store, if there's one available. Systems and modules. Okay, systems we could use too. Okay. Make sure I'm not killing this guy. Actually, I'm not sure how much damage I'm doing. Okay, we got that. Recall. Fire. Okay, we should be good. What do we got here? You guys are sitting in poison. No sitting in poison. Shields are down. Use 1 munition for a beam swipe. Should have fired his missile. Okay, I don't sit in poison, bro.
Thanks for subscribing to the channel.
Got him. Okay. Oh, we got a dimensional breach. I didn't notice. Hey, thank you for the 41 months, Harold. LFG, is that looking for group or something else? I also am looking for group. Speaking of an MMORPG phrase, so I've been addicted for ESO for a while. I think I've gotten over that addiction yesterday. I usually can play for like a couple weeks and then the really clunky combat becomes something I just can't deal with anymore. So I downloaded another game last night that's an old school MMO that I'd never actually played called Vanguard. What's it called? Vanguard something. It's like the guy who created EverQuest, Brad McQuaid, was part of this game. I think it's called Vanguard something, and I never tried it. So I downloaded that last night. Started playing that. I don't know if anybody's ever checked that game out before. But there's obviously a bard, so I created a bard and played for, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes last night after downloading it. There's like all these old MMOs will have like these fan-run servers that are just free to play. Like I do that with City of Heroes sometimes, so that's what I started playing last night. Holy crap, I didn't realize that was a tier 3 sub from Harold as well. Well, double thank you. Double, triple for the tier 3 sub. It's amazing. Let's upgrade Siege Bombard that I will actually probably start using sometime soon. Alright, facility, high amount of automation. Alright, you have a lot of shots. We do have 4 shields. So let's do our clever use of game mechanics. It's a nice way to get early shields down with that combo there. Why do I hear fighting? Does this guy summon fleshlings on the enemy ship too? Oh, I thought he only summoned on my ship. That's cool. They take 1 damage and then we hopefully repair 1 or more. Or maybe it's not called Vanguard. It's something with a V. I had to search Brad McQuaid to find out what his V letter starting MMO was. And I can't remember the name of it now. I just downloaded it last night. Vanguard. Yeah, it is Vanguard. I think it's Vanguard. I don't know. Anyway. Old school MMOs. Those are the games that I just go back to and play fairly frequently. Alright, so are we maxed out on Siege Bombard? We are. Dodge power, I guess. Like Vanguard, Lord of the Fallen, or something like that. Alright, Necrolurch. Is he guarding loot? I think that guy's guarding loot. Necrolurch's immune to suffocation. Enemy DPS cannot exceed 3. Becomes a carcass on death. How do I actually get this item? Does he have missiles? He does. He has 5 shields! the frick? Well, I have to use use a game of mechanics to get through frickin' 5 shields. We got frickin' cheating slugs over here. How do I get this loot? Oh, this sucks. I can't get into one of the rooms I actually want to go in. Let's go here and then summon this. Okay, we got a breach. Okay, all of our guys are immune to venting except Gladiatrix here. So hopefully I can get this before he's too low. Come on, get through that door. Get through that door, please. Come on, get the loot. There it is. 105 scrap, totally worth. Holy crap, that's a lot of breaches. Oh god, there's guys just standing in that room right now. Missile incoming. No dodges for me, damn. Okay, we got him though. Another breach. Put the fire out, and then repair the breach. You guys heal. Alright, it's nice to have the fire and immunity. Fire and venting immunity. Suffocation immunity on a bunch of my crew. That made that fight a lot less scary than it could have been. That's some shielding. It is some shielding, that's for sure. Okay. What do I want to upgrade? I guess I'll save for the store. I basically have all of my offense upgraded as much as I can, except for the beam I could upgrade. Carcasses. Immune to poison, immune to suffocation. Poison DPS +2. Constantly creates toxic gas over a large area. That is a carcass, huh? It looks like a weird demon thing, which I guess it actually is a weird demon thing, but... Okay, wouldn't hurt to do this. Could be the opposite of hurting, because it can heal. Oh, we almost killed him before the breach can even happen. Alright. 22 scrap metal or an etheric gate. Yay, another psychic ability I can't use. Let's not get a psychic ability I can't use. An enchanted sword. Do I have any tool slots? Bloat might. I don't know if enchanted sword is better than bloat might, but man, I have just all these random potion bottles here. Do you have any crew things? No, man, I can't get crew to equip my crew to save my life. I guess I only saw crew things early in the run. Search for an ambush. Okay. Wait. Oh! I'm fully... Interesting. I'm fully... Holy crap. There's... Because we had the blue option, we were pre-ignited, and I could just do a crazy start of that fight. Get wrecked. I get to fire eight shots before you fire a single one. He's probably raging so hard right now. That guy has like no health. That's right, get wrecked. Woo! Nice double reward. Hulkster's gone. Ozzy died. They be dropping like flies this year. Yeah, we were just talking about that, Ramses. So sad. Hopefully it's done because Malcolm Jamal Warner, Hulk Hogan, and Ozzy have all passed away in like the last less than a week, I think. So super sad. But hopefully, if bad news comes in threes, that we'll have some good news soon. I don't know what that good news would be. Brawl Pit, Terror, Shield Charger, yes. Yes. Sad as heck, I know. Okay, modules, what do we got? Dark Gods in Time of Need. Is that the one that like summons random units? For every other weapon you fire, gain a force shield on a random room. That's cool. Yeah, I've never used this before. Barrier Relay. Let's get that. Blood Thralls. You know what? I bet the stun is actually pretty good, and this might be my last chance at my final system, so. If I do use this micro shield, if I put a guy right here into a shield, I think it'll do everything around here. Unless that's the specific room one. I might be getting those confused, maybe. Okay. Old Man Hulk rides his thunder straight into paradise. One of the, well, I don't know if he's OG, but I think of him as one of the OG WrestleMania guys. Got it. Wow, you get so much scrap from doing that. It's crazy. Oh man, every other shot. How many times did it do that? 2 times maximum. That's super OP, man. That's cool. I guess it only blocks 1 shot, but still. Pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. The first WrestleMania main event was Hulk and Mr. T versus Roddy Rod Piper and Paul Orndorff. I think I know all those names except Paul Orndorff. I'm not familiar with that name. Oh wait, no, it's Rowdy Rod Piper. Roddy Piper, was that his name? I mean, I never watched wrestling, but there were 2 wrestling dudes I knew, maybe 3 that I knew about were Hulk Hogan, The Undertaker, and... Oh yeah! Who was that guy? Bonesaw is ready! He played Bonesaw. What was that guy's name? I forget his actual wrestling name. Macho Man Randy Savage, that's the one. Ship armaments. Wow, literally no crew choices, huh? Alright, well, if there's any better weapons, I'll definitely buy one. Do I need any heals? We're looking pretty good on heals. Snap to Slim Jim, that guy, yeah. I guess he's still with us. So that's good. At least I hope he is. I actually don't know. That's 6 shots there. And these dodges are too good. Okay. That's weird. His shield went down, then immediately came back up, and he doesn't have a shield recharger. But I have a shield recharger. I need to remember to use that, actually. You know what? I should stun these guys while they're trying to repair a fire, because if that system could burn down, that would be good for us. No, that wasn't fast enough. Guess I could start using my siege bombards soon. I have a good amount of missiles, 54. Got him. Nice. was gonna say, if you know no wrestlers, you at least know the Undertaker. Yes, I did know the Undertaker. I definitely knew Hulk Hogan, the Undertaker, Macho Man Randy Savage. Wasn't there some guy who was like supposed to be like super handsome guy or something? I forget his name. Oh, Macho Man Randy Savage did pass away 14 years ago. Okay. Well, that's sad. 14 years ago. Inferno Beam, Nero Lance. Okay. I was gonna say this is better, but it's just the same as Storm Cannon. We need a Retributor 3 to get 3 shots. 1 power for 2 shots. This is 2 power for 2 shots. 12 seconds. I guess this is slower. 16 seconds. This is actually the same charge time as a Storm Cannon. But it also has a medium chance for fire compared to a small chance for fire. So I guess I will do that. I already have repairs equipped. And I don't have any other tool slots. So... sell all the things that I can't use, I guess. I'm glad I bought those. So glad. Repair. I'm gonna be able to summon a bunch of dudes. We got a lot of repair available. Wait, do you not have something in your tool slot? No, you do. I think it's like a minus damage thing. Yeah. Torture shield, okay. Randy Savage had a massive heart attack while driving. It was a pretty tragic thing back then. Yikes. I did not remember about that. Okay, let's, I have a lot of scraps, so let's just upgrade all the power and all the subsystems. Okay, looks like that's all I can afford currently. Okay. Alright. We're looking pretty good to wreck this boss, I think. I probably should start... Oh, George Foreman died this year? I didn't even see that one, Ramses. David Lynch. I'm not sure I recognize him. But I didn't know about George Foreman dying. That's pretty sad. I have his grill. Like many others do, I'm sure. Perfect. Turn this guy on. Love those free shields. Stun those guys if I can. Shields are not looking good. That will protect me. Pop, 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 pop. Nice. Who is David Lynch? That name sounds familiar, like I probably should know who he is. Guessing a famous actor who I would know if I saw his face. And I'd be like, oh, that guy. It's from Twin Peaks. I never really watched Twin Peaks. I heard of it, and I know it was really popular, but I never watched it. Husk or scrap and a tool I can't use. Okay, well now I have a person to put a tool on, but now I don't have a tool for him, but... you can go be on sensors to free up this guy, I guess. Original Dune. Alright, I'm gonna look at his face because I probably will recognize him. David Lynch. No, I don't. If he's a director, then I don't know directors well, so I guess I don't really recognize him. So he directed Twin Peaks in the original Dune, or was he in Twin Peaks? He did a bunch of weird movies and shows. Okay. Alright, does have storm cannon. I should probably take offline. He's a famous director. He's famous, Rand. Why haven't you heard of him? Because I don't know anything about directors. But yeah. I've probably seen stuff he's done. I did watch the original Dune. Didn't like it, but I did watch it. That's a terrible surrender. A single oxygen tank. Yeah, no thanks. That guy died in the fire. Okay, final upgrade before the boss. What do we got? 3 heals. I already have a weapon value point, so I guess max launch bay, max this. I've already got all my power. Could get more dodge, but I don't have the power for it. Alright, we'll go with that. Right, am I going to board the boss? I do have summons I'm going to definitely use. I might want to start with a boarding thing to start the fight off, I think. David Lynch has an acquired taste. You liked some of his movies and shows, but a lot of them were way too weird. Yeah. Alright, what do we got here? 3-shot volley, 5-shot breach chance volley. Okay, and then a bunch of blood cultists that can mind control. I don't have the thing to clear mind control. Okay. We're gonna do our volley first, and then I'm gonna board. So try to get shields. And then I'm gonna see if I can board that room. Oh, I don't. Oh, I do have. I was gonna say I don't have max level teleporter, but I do actually. Okay. Can't go directly into the shields. Okay. Nice. Random thing interrupted. I don't know what did that. Very good. Turn this on. Stun this room if we can. I'm shooting my own guys. Let's not do that. Who's already done? Okay, well that guy instantly died. I never even used his summon hound ability. Okay. Not quite sure how that happened, but great. Apparently somebody on their ship is doing crazy amounts of crew damage or something. Let's recall. I think we're going to call that good. Because holy crap, I was not expecting to have my crew die that fast. At least it's not my main guy. Oh my god, they stunned me while I'm trying to go piloting. Alright, well their shields are wrecked. Let's try to take out their weapons. Okay, let's turn this on. Okay, their shields are breached and staying down. That's great to see. Did he just summon somebody? I saw... Okay, no, Flushing is on the other ship. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna wait to summon stuff a second time for when the second phase happens, I think. Okay, good. Keeping their shields down is great. What is this shot? This is a 3-shot ion system. Got the shields for it. Okay, here's second phase. Intruders detected. Which heals their shields. Which sucks. I can ignore the guys that aren't in system rooms, which literally none of them are, so I can kind of ignore them. Yeah, that's good. Okay, my guys I can't control are fighting, but that's fine. Our siege bombard is keeping their shields down, which is great. Okay, this shot's coming through and I don't have my shield recharged fast thing. We did have good enough dodges though. Very nice. I haven't been using my whole Reaper beam. We're at full health. Okay. Get those shields down. Fire. Beautiful. Alright, Fiend is fighting off all these little guys. That's nice. Turn the shield thing on. Very good. Okay, Fiend has been killing himself fighting these guys off. I appreciate your work there, sir. Go ahead and do a Reaper shot here. I don't know if I've ever done a fully charged Reaper shot. Is it like really long? No. It's just... I don't know. Something. I want to hit his piloting. I think it maybe pierces a shield at full upgrade or something? Maybe? Something blocked part of that. I guess the shield timing was not perfect there. Mind control. Okay, I can't stop them from killing my mind-controlled husk, actually. Oh, the husk! Killed him! Oh, God, you stupid husk. Alright, well, we're killing the husk off. Because he's hitting my weapons. What did that do? Mind-controlled another guy, damn it. Okay, don't let him kill that. Alright, almost there. My shields went somewhere, not sure where. Just all my power I lost, I guess. Come on, finish him. No shields. GG, there it is. Unlocked the corpse mother. Got AKA Phil, you said last hour of work for the day. The last 5 minutes have taken 3 hours. Alright, we lost 2 of those guys and this guy at the beginning. A worthy sacrifice. When we win, our souls sublimate into the infinite ether, heralding the age of pandemonium. What does that mean? Your guess is as good as mine, but that's what happens when we win. GG cookie time. We fulfilled our destiny, killed off some of our own crew, and took over the galaxy or something. Alright, good run, good run. We had pretty crazy good offense and defense. I think we ended with full health because whole Reaper beam probably fixed any damage we took. Steve French leading his Roughneck Raiders. It's a ticket to the salt mine, so it's an eternal salt mine for your soul. Wow, I don't want to go there. But alright, GG, fun run. We have time for at least one more run, maybe 2 today. Before we do that, I'm going to stand up, stretch, use the restroom. Y'all feel free to grab a drink, grab a snack, have a cookie. Enjoy chair or ad time. When we come back, we'll see what the corpse mother, I think it was called, looks like. So y'all rock. See you just a bit, my friends.